Can you see my screen? Or no? Tanvir, anybody from my group? Can you guys see the screen?
No,
Not
we
yet.
can't.
No? Okay.
No.
I don't know what's going on. It's my, hold on. Interesting. Why can't I share my screen?
You can stop share and try to share it again.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Oh, we can't hear you, Professor.
Yeah, I said there is an option. There's a button between the microphone and leave. You can see it?
Yes, I clicked on it, but it's not working for some reason. I don't know if it's...
Strange.
Yeah.
So if when you click to it, it will show you different screens. So this doesn't happen to you?
No, it's just loading and showing me nothing. I think it might be if it's my settings. If another group wants to go first while I figure that out, just so I don't delay the whole class.
Why not? Yeah. So guys, if there is another group interested to present their work, Gurkhan?
I'm with
Lola, it's with me.
So Lola, you are with Gurkhan, and who else?
It's me and Prabjot.
So what about Sawa, Richard, Zoe, Amber? Do you want to present your work?
My group already submitted online. We submitted yesterday. We had to record it because one person wasn't available for today. I'm just here to see what the final is going to look like.
Okay. So what about Amber and Richard?
No, sir. My group members are not here today, so we'll send you the presentation link.
No worry. Richard, can you hear us?
So bad.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm just send your presentation in the Blackboard.
It's okay. Perfect.
Okay, figured out the problem. So, system preferences, security and privacy, screen recording. There you are. Okay, now I'm gonna try. It should work now.
Hope so.
Just a second. Just, sort this out a bit. Just share my screen in general. Can you see my screen now?
Sorry, no.
No?
No.
Why?
First, let me help you. When you press share screen, what can you see different windows that you have, or you can't?
I can.
So you choose one of them. Maybe sometime it take time till it will load based on the internet connection that you have.
Okay, I chose screen, so
Okay.
I guess it's loading probably. Pretty slow.
Lula, I don't know if somebody else from your group can share the screen, or what do you think?
If they have the final code, let me see.
One of us can do that.
Oh, can you see my screen now? You should be able to see it now.
No.
No,
We are sorry.
it's showing. Oh, that's so weird. It's showing that my
Maybe if you have changed some settings, you have to sign out and then sign in, maybe, or I don't know. You can try this.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
Or you can restart your computer in this case.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one and see if that works. Now or no?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
actually see it now? Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. All right. I'm gonna just
Okay,
put on my video so you can see my face as well while I'm presenting.
perfect. Yeah.
All right,
So
great.
I will mute myself. I will keep you till you finish the whole presentation. Then you can give us an opportunity to ask you some questions. Me and others who are here. Are you okay?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
I will
good.
mute myself.
All right, so hi guys. Basically, we chose to build a job application website but it's mainly for students. So that was the idea, like it's for students that are in school. And so employers can create jobs and do things like that. And then students can create profiles as well. Employers can create profiles. Employers can add the jobs, and then admins can actually verify the jobs so that, students aren't applying for jobs that aren't actually legit. And so we have 5 database tables. Our database is called Job Portal, and we have an applied job table, which tracks the jobs that a student applies for. We have an employer table to track everything about the employer. We have a job table that tracks all the jobs, and we have a login table that handles all the login details for an admin or a student or an employer. And then we also have the students table, which tracks the students. So now I'm going to pass it on to Tanvir, who's going to talk about the login/registration process.
Okay, so as she told that we have 3 types of users. It's the employer, it's the admin, and it's the student. So if the person already has a username and ID, so the person can just simply use the login page. That's the first page of our website. So the person can just simply put in their username, ID, password, sign in, and they would be redirected to their particular pages. Like if the person is an employer, so he would be redirected to this page. But if the person wants to sign up, so when the person signs up, so he gets 3 options as user types. So the person would be redirected according to the type of the user type they want to select. If that's a student, he would be directed to a profile where they can see a list of jobs or the available jobs or the applied ones. So if we go as a student, so Lola, could you just type in? Yep. So this is what a student page looks like. And similarly, we have a page for admin. So for the admin, we don't have a register page. What we actually initially thought about it was that we can have an admin for various universities who can just check if the jobs are good enough for the students or not. There are simply ID passwords given for the admins, but for the users and the employees, they can simply register and then put in their profiles, edit it, and everything. So next would be explained by Prabjot and Gurkarwal.
So talking about the employer page, firstly, in the index page, the employer has to sign in with his employer ID and employer password. After that, he's redirected to the employer page where his employer name and employer description that he has written in the page is displayed. And if in this page he got an option to delete his profile, like if he doesn't want and he wants to change everything, he could just delete his profile and try it again. And if he just want to change some particular row or particular description, or he's just got an error with the name, he could just use the update profile button. And if he wants to like add his jobs under his company, he could go to the job form where by clicking the click here button, and he would be redirected to job form website where he could fill up the description about the job that he's providing to the students, where he could ask the details about the requirement about the job that he requires from the students, and he could just add it under these headings in job title, job description, job province, job location, job program, and minimum year required. And after that, he could add the job, and after he could then click on the display job buttons at the top, where after that he would be redirected to the display employer jobs table. As you could see it, we got two jobs that an employer added. So now it's not being verified, it would be verified by the admin. He couldn't do that, and he's got an option to like he wants to remove it or he wants to stick with this job or not. So now if he wants to log out, he goes to the logout page.php. Over to Prabjot for students.
Now, at last, we have the student user type. A student will enter with his or her username and password that they created before. After signing in, the login page will redirect them to student.php page. First of all, they have the option to view their profile. If they click on the view profile button, here all the student details are shown, and all the fields here are in read-only mode. Like if we try to edit them, we can't do it. For that, we need to click on update profile button. Now the fields are in edit mode and the student can change any field, any details they need to, and click on save changes. Now updated changes are shown. They are now returning to home page. Also, the student can see the available jobs and applied for jobs. On the student page, can you go back, Lola?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Here, available jobs or applied jobs. Not all complete detail of the job is shown, just the necessary fields, and just not to create a mess in this page. And any job that the student prefers, he or she can expand it. And a complete detail of the job is shown, complete description and everything provided by the employer. And the student has the option to apply for the job. After applying, the job is shown under applied for jobs table. One thing is here under verified, it is shown no because this job is currently not verified by the admin. If the admin verifies it later on, it will be shown as yes. So that is it for the students page. And in the future, we can give the admin accounts to the staff members of different universities that wish to get it, and they can verify the jobs for their own particular universities also. So that is it
And so
for this page.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. That's it.
And so lastly, we're going to show you basically, I'm going to log out as the student, and I'm going to log in as the admin just so you can see the functionality we created for that. And so you can see that the job is unverified. And so the admin just has to click to verify the job, and you see that it's verified now. and I'm going to log out. I'm going to log back in as the student. That did not update. Why didn't that update? That's weird. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I don't know what happened on the student page, but basically on this page, you see that it's verified. The job has been verified by the admin. And I'm gonna just do some of the deletes. So basically the deletes of the job I already showed you, but I'm also gonna show you how we delete some of the profiles. So for example, if I logged in as an employer one, and this is my profile. If I click delete profile, then everything is gone. So if I try to log in again, the account does not exist. It deletes the whole profile. So it disconnects everything from the applied job that was related to the student. It deletes that first, then it deletes the job from the employer's details, that because there's a foreign key relationship there, and then it deletes the employer's profile, and then it also deletes their login details as well. So different 4 levels of deletion that we have to do there. And I guess that comes to the end of our presentation. Thank you.
We can't hear you.
Right now. Professor, you are muted.
I said I like it. It was an amazing project. And I like the harmony between each of you. And you are managing your presentation in a good way that each one of you know what he has to do. And Lula was the maestro, it seems so. That they have this maestro that they have to consider how the flow of the presentation will take care. So this was perfect. Before we start the question, I don't know if one of you can let us see the database. You are mute, Lola, if you want to tell us something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna just share my screen again. Hopefully it works this time.
Yeah, you were telling us that there is a foreign key and there is some table that they have a relationship between a foreign key. Can you tell more about the structure of your database?
Yes, so basically we have, I'll start with the highest level, which would be the login table. So the way we have designed this is so that we can consolidate, sorry about that, so that we can consolidate all our login and register functionality into one page. So we've made that one login table that handles every kind of login, be it admin or be it an employer or a student. And that's why we have a user type here that tracks that. And basically we record this user ID and pass it as a foreign key to the employer table, which is how we know which profile to update whenever they don't have a profile already created, but they have a login account that they've created. We also do the same in the student table, because you can see here the user ID is also a foreign key here. So I'm just going to show you that so you can see it. So it's a foreign key here, the user ID in the employer table, and it's also a foreign key in the student table as well. And that's how we link it to the login table to make sure that it's the right kind of user.
Okay.
And then
that's
in
perfect.
And in the applied
okay.
That's good?
That's good.
Okay.
Guys, before I start asking some question from my side, anyone who is here from the audience want to ask them a question? Richard, Saba, Zui, Amber, who is here? Do you want to ask anything? The guys are open for questions.
No, sir, absolutely clear.
Don't boy. It's okay. You can ask them. Doesn't mean that you are making an assessment. So everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Amber, what do you think about their presentation if you want to evaluate it for them? What is your feedback if you don't have a question?
They have done in-depth research for the project, and they have included everything, the job description, the availability of the jobs. Nicely done.
Yeah. Saba also, he said extremely well done project. I agree.
Absolutely.
as I said, it was a very nice project. I like it so much. I like the presentation. The presentation was well managed. I can see this. I see the harmony between each of you. So I like it. But I have some questions. And now this questions, it's not part of an assessment, but maybe it can be a future work for this project if this project will continue working on it. Why you didn't make an option to upload CV for the student? Because I think the employer would be more interested to see detailed CV because there's only some field about this. So what do you think?
That was on our list, and it was like the first very few points that we discussed in a Zoom meeting. But it was like we actually did not have that much of time. We had decided it for the end. Like we wanted to make a choose file option where the person can upload a Word or PDF file, but that was just that we could not do that. But it was in our mind that we can just make it for a future project. So for this project, it was like we need to make something that is helpful for us in the future as well. Like if we need to show a project that we made in our graduation level or something. So that's a point, one of the points that we wanted to add.
Okay. So the point that you agree that it is somehow should be in the project to be more practical one. However, because time limitation, you don't go with it. Perfect. I have another question concerning, so if this job post that the employer had already posted and the admin need to make a verification or make an approval. So do you agree that it should not appear till it's being approved? Because I see that the student can see so it is not verified. What do you think?
Yes, we didn't think about that part.
That makes sense, actually. I think Prabjit mentioned that actually before. He actually mentioned that, so I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah, actually, we plan to have most of the jobs verified by the admin on this profile. So that is why we wanted to show to every student that all these jobs are verified.
Yeah, but if they are not verified, they should not be published.
Yeah, so that's something we could have added to the make sure it was not showing us. Yeah.
Because in this case, their verification has no meaning if the student can see it if it is unverified or not approved one. So why the admin has to make an approval in this case?
Actually, in the future,
go ahead.
Yeah. In the future update, we want the staff or teachers of a specific university like UFV, they can get an admin account or a teacher account from from the owners of this website, and they can verify for their own particular universities. So if I am logging in with the UFV account, I can choose to see the jobs that are verified by UFV only, so that all the other jobs will be filtered out.
Okay, let's talk now about the project as if this project, we will have a startup project and we will go to the market and build this. Maybe I don't agree with you that the university will be at an admin. I can see there is an admin for this website. And that for sure that there should be an approval process, because maybe there are some employer they are not serious one, or some employer they are not a real employer, they are a fake one, or sometimes they have to make a fake announcement. So there are somebody who has to make verification approval. I agree with you. And there is no something should be listed without this approval from the admin that will own the website. However, I don't think so that the student can use their own username and password later to log into this portal, because they have to register for this, and the university, for privacy issue, will not give an access to the student data for a third party. But the idea of the project to be more specific, because we have hundreds of job portal online, but to have more specific for the student, I like it. And you can think about it later, to be honest, to be that, I don't know if you have already made a market research for this, but I can see that you can go ahead and make a market research for this. See if there is job portal for student only, that they are already in the market, yes, no. If not, it will be a nice idea to start this. Really. I'm talking seriously, because I know that now the market need so much labor, especially after the pandemic, because especially the part-time job, when we talk about hospitality and we talk about seasonal work, what happened based what I have already read, especially here in the BC, that most of the people there before this, during the pandemic, they have to left the work about this seasonal work because most of the stores were closed. And now these people have already found a job in other domain. So there is a shortage in the labor in these domains. But I think the best fit for this were with student, because such kind of work doesn't mean that to have special experience. I'm talking about seasonal work. Plus, there's for sure technical work and the technology-based jobs that also need students. So why not to start this as a project? And it can later, you know that, do you know how business is being based on this when you will have a free service? Do you know how you will get money later about how the return investment will be? Do you know about this?
Advertising.
One of them is advertising. Yeah, you can. If you have a high traffic one, you can add Google Ads later. And normally, when you start building a huge community, then later you can make a free account and you can make more advanced account and you will recharge these people based on this advanced account. So think about it. It can be a nice startup project for you. Let me now talk about the presentation skills that I can see it in each one of you. And this is, again, not an assessment. I'm just giving a feedback to help you later for further presentation. So, Lula, you were somehow at the beginning a little bit, I can see that you are somehow excited, a little bit stressed, but you were okay. So I can see that at the beginning some stress was, and later you can do it in a more simpler way. And I can see, Tanvir, you were perfect, but somehow very quickly. So you need to be slowly, Tanvir. So because take your time when you present and try your best to be slow as you can, because people, whenever you have a presentation with a PowerPoint or now you are presenting a demo, me as an audience, I have to concentrate about your screen and hear you. So I'm not just hearing you. So sometimes it will be very quick. In this case, I can't manage how I can hear you in a clearly way. And also I concentrate with the screen. So try as much as you can to be slow in this case. Prabjot and Gurkhan, I like the way you presented. You were slowly. You have a high self-confidence. I can see this. However, I can see that I don't know if that's maybe because you don't have the full control on the screen. I can see that. I think that in Gurkhan maybe there are some more detail. You should, when you presented, you should tell me why we need this to be more. Let me as an audience more excited. Which means that the aim from the presentation, not only to show your audience how your system works, you should let him more excited to know the aim from kind of privilege or option that you are presenting it. So try before you start how it works, you should let me more motivated to know why we need this to be here. I don't know if you can get my point in this case. So yeah, I like it so much. As we have already discussed, maybe further work can be done based on this, but it is more than enough for a course project. Good job, guys, and I wish you good luck in your next step in your courses, and hope that we can meet later during the next semester at the campus. Enjoy it. Good job.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe Saba, now you just want to discuss about the final, yeah? I don't know if there's somebody is.
Yeah, pretty much. We just just wanted to get an idea of what the the final might be like now.
Yeah, as we said, the final will be 3 hours. It will include everything in the course, not just only not just only a special part, because everything is related to each other. Because, for example, now in the project, we have already used everything we have already learned in the project, in the course. So I can see that this chapter included, this chapter is not included. All are included because all the materials are related to each other. This is concerning the material, the required material. So all the lecture that we have already discussed and all the material is included in the final. The final will be 30% from the whole grade. So 40% for the project, 30% for the assignments, and 30% for the final. It will be using Blackboard, and it will be for a specific timetable, which I have already published. Now about how it will be, I started with it. I'm almost done with it. So I can see that I have already finished. I can say that I have already finished. At the beginning you will have a multiple choice and true false. It talk more about PHP concept, so it will be more about the early chapters that we have already discussed in this course. And then I give you some questions that will be part, not from our assignment, but they are very similar to the assignment, but I didn't ask you to write a code from A to Z. I will tell you, for example, I will give you, you have these tables, and I want you to do this. I will give you a special job to do it, a very specific one that will not take a very long time because about time limitation. And you will have some question that will either you fill in the blanks. There are some code that you can fill in the blank. And there are part, I'm talking about the coding part. So the coding part is two main category of questions. Fill in the blank, and there is another one, you will write a complete code and you will upload it. But when I said complete code, doesn't mean that you have different file. It will be a very short code for a special functionality. I will ask you for this. So the question will be similar to the assignment, but more specific, in order not to have a huge scope or you have to upload many files. So there are some questions you can upload a file, but it will be a very specific code for a special functionality. And there are some fill in the blanks concerning the code. Again, before I will start asking you for this code, I will make a detailed description about the task you are asked for, and I will talk about more the table, if there is a table in these questions. So this is for the final. I don't know if you have any more questions, Saba, for me or others who are here. I'm happy to hear you.
So just one question regarding that, the question where you said we'll have to write a file to upload. Does that mean we will be writing that file like A to Z, or will there be, like you said, parts missing that we have to insert, or how would that work?
It is not from A to Z, but there are some questions that there are a miss part you have to add it. This is, I name it more fill in the blanks. But there are also some questions that you will ask for to write a special functionality. It doesn't mean that you have to write a complete file in this case.
Okay, I understand.
Is it clear? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Lula, are you still raising your hand? You have a question, or you have already raised it before?
It was from before. I'm gonna just take it out now.
Maybe then Amber. Amber, go ahead. What do you want to ask?
Okay, sir. So previously, sir, in the last class, I asked you, you said that you'll confirm it when you complete the paper, that can we go back in the exam?
Yeah, I will double check it. Yeah. If this I haven't checked with, I will be okay with this if the Blackboard gives
Because,
me
sir,
this
there
option.
is
I
an
think,
option with this Blackboard. It is not that.
okay, I will double check it. Yeah, if there is the option there, I will go with it.
Okay, sir. And sir, another thing, what will be the tentative amount of questions in the exam?
What do you mean?
Like, how many questions will be there? 50, 100, something?
What this will help you in the exam?
So this will prepare us for the speed, like how do we have to go with the exam?
No, because this course is not like other courses. So as I said,
I totally understand.
Sorry?
I totally understand, sir.
Yeah, but you asking more about the structure, about
Yes, sir.
which kind of the questions, about comprehensive, about true, false, and multiple choice, and what about other code, which means that a percentage. Is it? I don't know if I have already understood you. Is this your question?
So, sir, I'm asking, what will be the tentative, just an approximate number of the total questions, including everything, the MCQ, the fill in the blanks, code, everything, so that we can
Yeah, but
manage the
this
time
is.
well and be well prepared.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
what
have a number of
happened
questions
with
for me
me
now, but
is
this
like
is. I don't think that
we did
sharing the number of the question will make a difference. I can
so
see
because
where if I.
I'll share with you what happened with me is like I did the subject of cybersecurities last to last semester. So
Yeah.
we were unaware of the number of the questions in the exam, and somehow the number of questions were more around 200, and we were running very
I will add from the instruction, and I will add in the instruction part in the exam different detail about how many. When you start the exam, there is something we name it instruction. I will add instruction paragraph telling you how many questions in this exam when you start with it. Is it okay for you?
Okay, sir.
So and I will add to the instruction because there is an instruction part for the exam. I will tell you that in this exam you will have this question, and you should know about this. I will make a brief description about the structure of the exam before you will start the exam, so you can know how to manage your time in this case, and to know that this
And
exam, for example, have 10.
when will you provide us with that?
It will be with the exam. When you will start the exam, you will see the
Just
instruction.
before we start the exam.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you.
So this will help you in this case to manage your time during the exam, to know that, okay, I have this before you start the exam.
All right, sir.
I will consider this also, and will consider the setting that you can return back to the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Guys, any more question to me? I'm happy to hear your questions concerning the course. And also, if you don't have any question before we leave today, so I will also be interested if you have a feedback you want to share it with me. Go ahead, don't be shy and share the feedback with me. If there is a feedback you want to share it with me.
I just had one question regarding assignment 3. Is there any indication as to when we might get a grade back for that?
To be honest, I'm giving high priority now to finish the final exam before I start correcting the assignment. So I'm more busy with correcting the final, or finishing the final exams for all courses. So as soon as I finish preparing the whole exams, I will start correcting the assignment. But for quite sure, you will get the grade before the final exam will start.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, but based on the priority for myself, it is a high priority now to finish all final exams now, preparation.
No, I understand. That's fair. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I like it so much. I hope that you have enjoyed this course. I do my best to be more practical in this course because, as I said, this course one of the courses that you will need it later when you go to the job market. And I want to advise you as a coach that you now know the ABC in web programming. When I said by ABC, which means that you have all the tools to start learning. So, but always you have to pay effort from your side. And I'm quite sure if you will go more advanced in this course material, for 100% we can find a nice market, a nice job from the market that will fit your needs and give you a nice experience during your study. And even though we will, after this course, this semester will finish, I will be always available to answer your emails. Even though if you don't have any question, any course with me for the next semester, But you have my contact detail now, my university email address, and like always, I try my best at always to answer all emails. So later, if you need any question and any support in this course material or in this course topic, I will be happy to answer your question. I want you to enjoy the rest of the day and hope you will have a nice final and you will have a high grades. And I'm very excited to see your final exam answers. And I will be happy to see many A's in this course. Amber, do you still have any questions, or it is also your eyes from before?
From before, sir.
No worry. Okay, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care all, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank you
good
so
day.
much. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
Sir,
You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, go ahead.
sir, I have one last thing to ask regarding my project.
Who's talking now? What?
Amber
Amber?
is
Yeah,
Amber.
yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I have some I have some doubts regarding my project. So we took the medication tracker tracker for the as the topic of our project. So sir,
Okay.
I just wanted your suggestion. Like we have made it very so this topic is pretty simple, and we have made the project very simple and clear. So
Okay.
what I'm asking is like we made certain links to the in the web pages, for example, the register, the login, logout, the tracking medication, and add the medication. So I'm just asking, like do we have to create separate multiple one login of the admin and the login of the customer separate? Like I've made one simple register option in which, because the medication tracker is for the users only, right? If a person,
Amber, I think that it's now too late to change anything in the project. So what you have already done, you should have already delivered. You have already delivered, or you are
yes sir,
going to
but
deliver?
at least I want to know your thinking about it.
Don't worry. I said from the beginning, I'm very flexible that I will keep it for you to define the scope.
Because we
I
have
will
made it
not
pretty
say, okay,
simple, sir. Just simple
it's
and
okay.
straight take them.
It's okay. No need to go if you have already finished it in the simple scenarios that you are telling me now. I'm okay with this. Don't worry about it, because I said I will let it for you to define the scope of the project. So I will not go ahead and said, okay, you are going to go to this or do this, in order to not to make many restrictions on you. So if you have already done it in a simple scenario and everything is working and you can insert, update, and delete data from the database.
Absolutely,
So I
sir.
think it is
Is
very sufficient in this case. Yeah, then it would be sufficient. No worry. Don't worry about it.
okay. And sir, does the login part is mandatory for the project? The login of the user?
I can't say it is a mandatory, but I can see it is somehow it is essential to have a login.
Because the register can also works there. The register option.
So, but after he register, you have to have a username password. So he register first, he
Yes,
create an
that is
account, then he
updated
has
uh in the backtrack in the server. In the backend.
Yeah, but you are talking me about a login, which means that there should be an interface where the user has to enter username and password.
Sure.
Is it
Got
correct?
it, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot. Have a
Yeah.
good day, sir.
Enjoy the rest of the day. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Had a great semester.
Yeah, you too.